My name is Heather Steele, and I am a registered nurse from Huntsville, Alabama. I'll be 52 years old in a couple of weeks, and the only thing I want for my birthday is an invitation to Fiji, and I'm really counting on you to make it happen. I've been a Survivor fan since the first episode. I watched Richard Hatch walk the beach naked in Borneo and loved every minute of it. I've used Survivor as a way to stay close to my family over the last couple of decades. After each episode, I call my brother and we analyze the strategies and decide how we would play differently. I call my daddy and we do the same. So I've used Survivor as a way to stay close to my family across the miles for years. But more interesting than why is why now? Why am I finally sending you a video after 23 years? Why did it take me 23 years? Well, my first excuse was I'm waiting on my kids to grow up. I can't leave home, I'm waiting on my kids to grow. They're 25 and 29 now. No more excuses. My second excuse was, well, I can't take time off work. Well, I can. I'm a nurse. Nursing jobs are a dime a dozen. I was looking for a job when I found this one, for goodness sakes. I can find a job when I get back if they decide not to keep me on. But the last 3 years have been a time of amazing personal growth for me. Started off with COVID-19, and as a nurse, for the first time in my career, being scared to go to work, not knowing if I was going to potentially get sick or bring something home to my family. And once we got a handle on COVID and my life kind of stabilized again, my husband of 28 years asked for a divorce. We're still amicable, but it was a hard hit when it happened. My response to that was to basically pack up and leave. I packed up the car and started travel nursing, 3 to 6 month contracts all across the Southeast. However, I got to my first contract and I was there all of 2 days when I got a call from home. My test results were back and I had endometrial cancer. So I rushed back to Alabama, had the full hysterectomy, didn't require any chemo or radiation, and got back on the road. And I went everywhere. I went to Lawton, Oklahoma, and went to a rodeo. I went to St. Petersburg, Florida, and I swam with the manatees and I walked the Keys. I went to Atlanta and lived the big city life. I went to Louisville, Kentucky, and went to Derby days. So I spent those 2 years rediscovering who I am as a person. And I decided I like me. And I think you will too. Bring me out to the island. As far as my strategy to play the game, it's changed a lot over the years. In the early days, you form a big alliance and you ride it straight to the end. Y'all aren't gonna let that happen anymore. Starting with 3 tribes and all the tribe swaps and this and that, you're trying to make sure I don't form a close relationship that I can ride to the end. So I'm gonna have to do something different. And I'm gonna take Jeff's advice and I'm gonna play it like it's my second time. At 52 years old, it's likely that this may be my only chance. Y'all haven't promised us another returner season, and I promise you I'm not coming to the island after I'm 60. So I'm gonna make the most of my one opportunity. I'm gonna walk onto that island and you need a volunteer? I don't know what it is, but I'm volunteering. I'll go. You got an advantage and there might be a risk. I'll take it. I'm gonna search for idols. I am going to create fake idols. I'm going to hunt for any advantage I can get. And I'm gonna work the social side. I still think my best strategy is to find a young man, a strong young man, because he and I can work hard for each other. I need him to help me through that first couple of troubles when, as a 52-year-old woman, I'm gonna be more likely to be seen as weak or less able to handle the island than others. And that might be all they need to vote me off. So I'm gonna get me a strong man that's gonna tell me, hey, I'll watch your back if you watch mine. He's gonna get me through those first episode or 2, but come merge, that's when I'm gonna have to live up to my bargain. I'm gonna tell him that, when it comes to merge time, they're gonna wanna vote you out because you're strong. And I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna turn around and save him then. I'm not, but I'm gonna tell him that. Anyway, that's a little bit about my strategy and how I plan to win this game. I can't wait to see you on the island. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.